after 30 years of the same party in power, we've seen a shift of that power, and he's going to give us an update. And also recently in the local press in Montenegro, we've seen some press about the Mozura Wind Farm Project, where obviously we all know that Malta was involved. So he's just going to join us and give us an update about it. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Milic. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you very much that we can speak about issues that connects Malta and Montenegro. I hope that those issues will be settled before, but we will settle that. There is no doubt.
As I said, there was a shift of power after 30 years of the same government in power. Could you give us an update? What's happening with the coalition?
Thanks to God, we finished one very important stage of our lives, and finally we have changed the government, and we are now doing our job. We have Professor Krivokapic as a man who will lead a new government, and you had before also Dr. Abazovic as your guest, and he will be in charge in the government. He's unfortunately now, he has coronavirus, but he sent a lot of greetings to you, to the people of Malta, and he told me that everything what we spoke earlier about wind farm Mozura, we will finish. We need your help. We need the help from people of Malta. We need the help of an institution of Malta. We need to clarify everything. We need to support.
I believe he's been appointed as the new Minister of Defense, hasn't he?
There is, here in Montenegro, it's not borrowing time, you know, there is a lot of things that we have to do. Officially, he was a candidate for Minister of Defense, but there is also a solution that he could be a Minister of Internal Affairs.
I'd like to refer to an article that appeared on your local press on the 25th of October with regards to the Mozura Wind Farm Project and the controversial lack of transparency of the deal. Could you just put it through the Google machine? But I'd very much welcome your comments about that.
It is a very important article, and it's dealing with issue about Mozura and the way how it was financed. As everybody knows, there is interference of company Cifidex and 17 Black and also Malta. But in the short words, it's a story about how they bought for 2.9 million euros shares of wind farm Mozura and sold that to the people of Malta, to the company Malta, for 10.3 million euros. People can say also that the first offer to buy for Malta of those shares was 14 million euros, then 12.5, then 11.5, and the last one was 10.3. The most important thing is that if you see the shadows, the visits of Mr. Mitzi and other representatives of the government of Malta, and also people from Montenegro and our leaders in London, in Shanghai, and also in Azerbaijan, it's very important to create a whole picture of everything what happens about wind farm Mozura. And for everyone, I want to point out that interference of the people of Azerbaijan is very important here. Therefore, we need to clarify a lot of things. We need to clarify why we have different bookkeeping in Malta and in Montenegro for the same company. We have to clarify how it's possible that we know for two very prominent people from Malta, both here in Montenegro on the prime location, very expensive apartments and houses. But everything about that can be clarified only with a strong cooperation with the parliamentary bodies of Malta and Montenegro and the governments of Malta and Montenegro. The second thing, what is for me very, very
We seem to be losing you a bit. The internet line isn't very strong at the moment. But I do have to say, for people who couldn't perhaps hear the rest of it, that you and I spoke today, and you were confident that the money that's gone into this project can be repatriated to our two countries. And I thank you very much, Mr. Milic, for your time today. I'd like to thank you for watching us at home. I'd be with you again next week at the same time, with thanks to Ambassador Abercrombie, Winstanley, and the Honourable Mr. Milic, an MP from Montenegro. I wish you a good evening.